what's hap? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. Turn the music down on my end. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. It's good to be here. We what on episode 30? No, 38, and we just gonna be doing some mental maintenance. Some excuse me, mental maintenance here on Healthy Mental Thursday. So I think we should hop right into it. TikTok is gonna be our resource today. At the beginning, as always. Let's see what we got. Mental health maintenance. I guess we'll bad mental health requires acceptance after you accept the situation. Okay, we're gonna skip, bro.
What's up, y'all? My name is Dr. Kojo Sarfo, and if you've been keeping up with my wellness journey that I've been on with the help of my friends at CVS, you know that I've been talking more about mental health. And if you watched the last video, I was talking a little bit about the back-to-school routines. And today, I want to talk about ways that we can boost our mental health. And I have 3 tips for you, okay? So the first one, make sure you get enough sleep. Getting enough sleep is going to allow us to think clearly and allow us to get through our day without having those gaps in our memory. The second thing I want you to do is make sure that you put healthy foods into your body. That's the fuel that we operate on throughout the day. So making sure that we're eating healthy foods is a great way to boost your mental health. And the third tip is to get a little bit of exercise in. You know, I know we're busy throughout the day, but just getting a little bit of exercise can help you, your brain, your body, and your whole overall well-being. And finally, I couldn't end the video without saying this. Just remember that asking for help is a sign of strength. And if prioritizing your mental health means that you have to find a therapist or doctor in your area, just know that you're on the right track.
Alright, y'all, so my mental health has not been in the best place this past weekend, but I've been doing the minimum self-care stuff to get out and try and take care of myself. But I want to talk about why, because it's been bothering me for days on end. So I signed to a talent agency called Viral Nation a couple of months ago. And about 2 weeks ago, somebody from their company was negotiating on my behalf with a fake email, like a random phishing attack. They did not do their checks, and they were giving information, personal information about my company, my employees, so on and so forth, to a fake email. I called them out on it. I just got the runaround, apologies, but no indication of how they'll do better. So I decided that I want to leave. They realized that they messed up, and they allowed us to end the partnership. But they look at the emails coming into my inbox, brand deal inquiries, and they're trying to sabotage me by requiring me to work with them as I work with these brands. Pretty much they're trying to take a cut of the money, and they're calling it agency fees. Mind you, no deal has been signed. I need time to decide about any brand deal. I don't care the amount of money. Anything I do, I want to make sure that I feel respected, and I want to make sure that it's linear with my goals and with my community that I've worked hard to build online. Money is important, don't get it twisted, but I've worked with so many companies for free because I appreciate their message of mental health awareness. But for a company to expose my confidential information and use me for money, it's the most depressing feeling ever.
Whoop. All right, let's talk a little bit about mental health again, because there are a few things we can do to actually help our mental health, and just a little maintenance thing. I'm doing one of them right now. I'm out here on the school track, going for a walk. Haven't been able to get my workouts in the way I like to the last couple days, but and my legs are a little tight, the air quality is a little garbage, but I don't want to do nothing, right? And when I do nothing, I feel really terrible, but going for this walk is going to help. That's one of the things you can do. You can just go for a walk, clear your head. This is not going to solve major depression or anything like that, but for regular old maintenance for mental health, can't beat it. It's free. You can do it anywhere, as long as you got a pair of shoes already, right? It's free. And you don't need any special clothes. You don't need anything. Just pop in your headphones and go for a walk, or you don't even need headphones. Sometimes you just listen to nature. This school happens to be down the block from my house, so I walk on the track because it's also good on the joints. But if you don't have that, a lot of times I run out or walk out on the streets, you know? There's a path I like. It has a lot of nice houses on it and trees, some cover, especially during the holidays. Those houses on that path, they decorate a lot. There's clearly one house clearly owns like a blow-up company, because no matter what holiday it is, they have 30 blow-ups in their front yard of all kinds. So I can get ideas how to decorate my house for those holidays. But it's nice, and you start seeing the same people on those paths, so you make some connections, which is also good for your mental health to have connections to people. The more connections to good people.
That's my favorite part of like the routine I do. We're getting the kids off to school, or going up to the school for things. You see kind of the same people, and it's like, hey, my man's you back. You know what I'm saying? So I like that part.
You can have, the better off you are. So just go out for a walk. 10 minutes, all it takes to do a little bit of maintenance on your mental health. And if you need more than a walk, if you're really dealing with depression or other mental health crises, dial 988. Make the phone call. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. It's hard. It's real hard to admit you got a problem and you need help. But life changes only happen when we make life changes.
Yes, that's my guy, Billy. Oh my God.
This is my mental health maintenance day. I woke up and put lots of light in my apartment. Then I got all my plants.
Hold on, let me turn it up for y'all.
I got lots of house plants last year because it helped me manage my routine. And I picked plants to help me with this because one of the things that I really enjoyed growing up was being in the garden with my great-grandma. And so this is a way to kind of honor her and also help me keep my life on track. After I watered everything, I kind of cleaned up after myself because watering plants can get kind of messy. I started reading this book by Franklin Herbert called Whipping Star. I'm not that far into it, but it is something that I'm enjoying so far. I let my plants rest outside to try to get some natural sunlight while I did my morning reading. This morning routine's not much, but it's definitely something that's helping me stay grounded right now.
Here are 5 simple tips for improving your mental health from a licensed therapist. And make sure you listen to the last. It is just as important as the first, especially in these current crazy times. First, mental health relapses happen, and it does not mean that all your progress was just thrown out the window. It does mean that change is possible, and you can do it. So learn to rest and don't quit. You can reset, readjust, and refocus as many times as you want. Second, your anxiety and depression is lying to you. There are so many more options than what your symptoms are convincing you is available. Learn to recognize the difference between your feelings and the facts in front of you. Once you learn to observe that space, you can start dialing into what you do get to control. Third, anxiety and intuition can seem similar. Anxiety is more of a consistent what ifs. Intuition is more of a consistent state of knowing. 4, what we resist persists, and this is true with emotions as well. If we don't speak it, then we have to store it, and that just gets plain heavy. Learn to get it off your chest, even if it's writing in a journal or talking to a pet. 5th, it's okay to not be okay. We were living in a modern-day dystopia before the recent pandemic. This is a crazy world we're living in. You're not crazy, you're human.
2 things you can do right now to improve your mental health. The first one is to make sure you get some sleep. If you get enough sleep every night, you'll be able to think clearer. You'll be in a better mood. You'll be in a better headspace. And the second thing that I want you to keep in mind is to make sure to get outside a little bit. For me, this is Coldwater Canyon Park out here in LA, Beverly Hills, wherever we're at. This is my safe space. I love to come out here and just relax and take in the beautiful weather. So those are 2 quick things you can do for your mental health, and it's free, so do it and let me know how it works out for you.
So I am currently in week 7 of being home on short-term disability for mental reasons, burnout, work stress, whatever you want to say, all summed up in one. I hadn't shared this information to a lot of people. If you were on a live, I probably did, simply because it was like chat time. But I figured as I was getting more and more questions on the process of taking a mental leave, I said, hey, maybe I should just create something. I might be, helping somebody who feels as if there's no help to go around for them, okay? They feel helpless. The first thing that you want to do is speak to your provider. Start there. Me, I have a personal relationship with my providers, and I think that the more honest you are, the more they can really get the gist of who you truly are. They're learning to know you, okay? If that makes sense. I hide nothing from my providers. I let them know exactly how I feel. And that depression question that they ask you? When they doing your physical, do you ever feel down? Yes, I do. Do you feel overwhelmed sometimes? Yes, I do. You know, be honest on those questionnaires because it helps your provider figure out what it is that you need. He gave me examples of things I can tell my employer, my supervisor, and see if I can try to get it rectified that way. And I came up with so many emails, pretty much screaming for help, saying that, hey, this is a lot for one person. Can you distribute it evenly amongst the team? Why am I the only one being overworked in this way? You know what I mean? And or when I asked that question, the answer was always like, oh, you have the experience in it, so we're just going to let you take care of it. And no, that's not fair, because I feel, and I know I'm not the only one, but if we all have the same job title, all of us need to have the necessary skills to do the job. Simple. Don't just overwhelm one person because they know how to do the job and you want to make sure that it gets done properly. No, you need to get those other team members cross-trained so that they can also know how to do these things, okay? So that's a stress trigger for me, and I didn't notice it until after I came out of it by being on leave. I have a problem when the butt kissers get the pass every time there's an assignment that needs to be done because they're too busy taking your order for lunch. Okay? And like I said, I was in communication with my manager and telling her how I felt. Nothing was done. It was pretty much taken as, it is what it is. We're short-staffed. There's nothing that can be done. Okay, that's fine. But as I'm going back to my provider and I'm telling him about all the stress, asking him if there's something that he can give me for my heart racing and, you know, the pain that I'm feeling in my neck and it's radiating down my arm. And he said that's all stress related. It's time for you to take a leave. I can see burnout all over your face. And I said, wow. Okay. And he's like, don't worry about it. I'll fill out the paperwork. I'll do whatever it is. Let's get you on something so you can sleep at night. Gave me my medication, wrote my letter, and the leave started. Now, work policy for my company is, or for the company that I work for, is that you have to use all your sick pay before you can pull short-term benefits. Me thinking that the PTO included the sick pay, I didn't have a lot of sick pay. Child, long story short, those first 3 weeks were covered by sick pay. I had accumulated so much sick pay. I think it was like almost 90 hours. Yeah, almost 90 hours. So I was able to get my full check for that, at least that one pay period, right? And then after that, the short-term benefits is 60% of your salary. So I was, I'm getting a check, but it's not the full check, but it's still something. So all I do is just make sure that I take care of business, honey, with the money that I'm getting. And no, I can't shop as much as I want to because, hey, remember, you're not working. So it can be done. And I see a lot of women saying, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of you because you can take your leave and stuff like that, as you see the videos on TikTok. And we all can do it. If we have a company that offers this, we need to utilize our benefits if we see fit. If our providers see fit, take it. Take the leave. Stop worrying about what people going to think about you, what people going to say about you. Worry about yourself. I'm so over that. I don't worry about anything that people got going on, honey, okay? I come in, do my work, and I go home. But when I am stressed out to the point where I feel as if I can't take anymore, like I'm drowning, something has to be done. And I can say truly, this time off has been a game changer for me. A game changer. If you are going through a lot of work stress, take the leave. Talk to your provider. Take the leave.
That's my girl.
Today we're talking mental health maintenance tips. Let's get into it. The Healthy Mind Platter is one of my favorite resources to share with my own clients as a licensed professional counselor. Basically what this diagram is laying out for us is that These elements, when incorporated almost daily into our routine,
Let me hear.
can really support us with maintaining our mental health and creating a state of well-being. So I'm going to walk you through each of the elements, starting with focus time. Focus time includes any activities that help us focus on a task in a clear, goal-directed way, and it also challenges us, and this actually helps our brain make new, deep neural connections.
Okay.
Next is playtime. Even as adults, it's important that we incorporate play in our daily routine. This includes any task or activity that allows us to be spontaneous, creative, playful, experiencing new things like trying new foods, going to new museums, learning new information. All of this will help us make new connections in our brain, as well as increase dopamine in our brain. Next is connecting time. So that's time that we spend connecting to others around us, as well as the world around us. This helps us feel more grounded and connected to other people in our lives. Our brain does contain mirror neurons that literally have us mirror our environment. So there's a quote that literally says, "You are who you keep around you." That's so true because of those mirror neurons. Whoever you keep around you, whatever feelings and thoughts that they're evoking in you, our brain is just going to mirror that, and that's just going to become our reality. Next is physical time. So when we move our bodies as well as we can, I know a lot of us have different access points with how we can move our body, but when we take time to connect to our body and move it in a mindful way, we can actually also not only improve our physical health, but our mental health as well, reducing anxiety, stress, and all of that. Time in is super important, and this can look like going to therapy, journaling, meditation, any other practices that you can incorporate into your routine of just checking into your internal world and connecting on any sensations, feelings, thoughts that are coming up for you. Trying ways to express those thoughts and feelings in a mindful and soothing way can be really helpful with just upkeeping with your mental health. Think of ourselves as kind of like a volcano. If we don't make time to tend to ourselves and check in with ourselves every day or on a daily basis, those things will bottle up and then they'll explode eventually. They'll come out in ways that we might not appreciate as much. So that's why time in is super important. Downtime is any time that we can actually turn our brain off for a second, because just as much as it is important for our brain to have that focus time, have that connection time, be stimulated, it's also important for our brain to take time to rest and recharge so that it can continue to take in all these beautiful things that we're doing on a daily basis to care for ourselves. Downtime is any task that isn't focused on a specific goal. The only intention is to rest, relax, recharge, and re-energize for the next day. Sleep time is also going to be so important, just like that downtime, because this is actually when our brain goes into different modes that it cannot access during the day when we're wide awake and alert. So that's why sleep time is so important. Getting your sleep will optimize your brain health and will impact your mental health symptoms. When we don't get enough sleep, and for the average adult, that's 7 to 8 hours a night on what we need, then our brain literally cannot function at its optimal level. So it's so important to get that sleep. And if you're having trouble with that, seeing a sleep specialist or learning more information about how you can increase or improve your sleep hygiene will be really, really crucial. So that's the Healthy Mind Platter. If you all have any questions about that, please drop them in the comments, and I'd love to share more knowledge about that. And as always, please don't use this video or any other content on my page as a replacement for any form of mental health.
Right. Okay, hold on.
Treatment. This is just knowledge that I like to share.
Comment and like this and bookmark and follow. I learned some new terminology today. Terminology. Come on, it's showing up. Sleep hygiene. Thank you. I'm going to take that into deep consideration, because the way that you sleep, like let's say you don't sleep in comfortable clothes all the time. How does that affect your sleep? Let's say you don't you sleep at an uncomfortable angle all the time. You know, like that is important to how good of a quality sleep you get. So just like washing, you know what I'm saying? Your body, how well are you able to move throughout the day if you're not keeping up your hygiene? So sleep hygiene, I didn't think about that. That's good. Good.
With you all, so please keep that disclaimer in mind. Thank you for watching and follow for more.
Oh, keep editing.
Today we're talking mental health
Oh, I gotta
maintenance
post that.
tips. Let's get into it. The healthy.
This kid comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, I got a question for you. I could tell he was about to break." I was like, "Yeah, man, what's up?" And he goes, "Does it end? Did it stop?" Some of you know that feeling. You know that question. He said, "Did it get any better?"
When a man opens up, when he really opens up, don't you use what he said when he was open to prove a point when you want to win an argument. You will never hear the full story from us ever again.
Anytime somebody asks me like, are you okay? I always say,
better.
Yes.
When a man opens up, when he really opens up, don't you use what he said when he was open to prove a point when you want to win an argument. You will never hear the full story from us ever again.
anytime somebody asks me like, are you okay? I always say, I'm good, even if I'm not. Like, I'm just kind of used to, getting through stuff on my own, so.
I told him, I said, some days I still feel anxious. I just don't fall apart like I used to.
In case you needed a reminder, you are your own container. You are your own container. You are the person that holds yourself together every single day. You are your own container. So when other people are trying to come in and say something about you, remember that you are literally that. How would they know? How would they actually know? Like, they don't know your actual struggles and you don't know theirs. We hold space for ourselves every single day and we do not give ourselves things enough. Like, praise yourself, girl. You're literally getting through it. Life is so freaking hard. Even the people that have it most together feel the pains and the aches, the growing pains, aches of life. Everyone is going through their own battles, so don't discount yours. Yours is just as important.
Hey, Miss Walker, thank you for wanting a verse from me. Apologies for the wait, sometimes it's hard to get the distractions up off you. For enough time to jot your thoughts, but fuck it, this morning I got to. I'm thinking about you. I heard you just had you another little baby. Congratulations. I hope you got through it with no complications. I find it.
My shit almost broke. Alright. Splash.
True.
It was a big.
What is maintenance therapy? I'm so glad you asked. So a lot of times when we start therapy, it's to address a certain issue, gain insights around something, and after a while of working in therapy, those things start to get better. And that's when we move more towards maintenance therapy. That means maybe the initial crisis has passed, we're dealing with that concern a little bit better, but we still need to practice those skills that we learned or implement those insights and really sustain that growth and change. This is also sometimes when you might start spacing out your appointments to once a month, every other week, as needed, depending on what you and your therapist deem appropriate.
Therapy.
And this is also time where you're maintaining your relationship with your therapist. So if things do come up, you're able to jump in and address it, as opposed to have to give those months of backstory first. What is maintenance therapy?
Hold on.
I'm so glad you asked. So a lot of times when we start therapy, it's to address a certain issue, gain insights around something, and after a while of working in therapy, those things start to get better. And that's when we move more towards maintenance therapy. That means maybe the initial crisis has passed, we're dealing with that concern a little bit better, but we still need to practice those skills that we learned or implement those insights and really sustain that growth.
I might have typed that in, and we're gonna
This is also sometimes when you might start spacing out your appointments to once a month, every other week, as needed, depending on what you and your therapist deem appropriate.
It is the night before my very last round of frontline chemotherapy for stage 4 ovarian cancer, and I have a lot of thoughts, so let's jump right on into it. First, I want to discuss how I'm actually feeling physically from all that chemotherapy and from my surgery. So I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling better than I have, honestly, in years. The year before I was pregnant, so I was just sitting up, laid up with a big old belly and super swollen. And then it was only 10 months after I had my daughter that I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. So I really didn't have a whole lot of time in between for my body to recover. Many of the symptoms of ovarian cancer are quite similar to postpartum pregnancy symptoms: the bloating, the inflammation, the tiredness. So I really want to say that that was a lot of the reason why I wasn't put on super high alert when I became sick. So now, just coming out from that, I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. So that is number one, the way I'm feeling right now physically. Mentally is a bit of a different story. So I feel, in some sense, a great amount of relief, but I am also quite terrified, if I'm to be totally honest, because I had such a good response to chemotherapy and it offered me so much relief and brought down so much of the inflammation and the swelling in my body. And, you know, about a week out from chemo, I felt just amazing. I felt like a completely fine, well human being. So I was able to resume my life as normal for like the 2 weeks leading up to my next chemotherapy. So now that I will be finishing chemotherapy, in a way, I sort of feel like the rug is being pulled from beneath me because I don't have that security blanket there to protect me and to, I don't know, I'm addicted to my chart. I can always see on my chart how my numbers are in terms of my CA-125 test numbers, which is the blood test that is done specifically for ovarian cancer to see whether or not the symptoms of the cancer are high or low in your body. That is the monitoring system. I'm gonna have to ease off of my chart now to ease my anxieties because I am anxious. I'm really, really anxious. And although I'm going to be put onto maintenance therapy from here on for 2 to possibly 3 years of my life.
So it's pertaining to, it's a term pertaining to
it just still
cancer
isn't enough
too.
for me. I'm so scared.
It's a term that they use talking about cancer too. Thank you for sharing your journey. Let me comment real quick, y'all, as y'all listen to this.
And I think that that is quite normal for cancer patients. I don't think that is unusual at all, but I want to be completely honest with you guys. I have that fear that the cancer is going to come back. I have that fear that I won't be able to manage this properly. I will say that I'm now in therapy. Another thing that kind of freaked me out was after I had my big break between my surgery and one of my last rounds of chemo, my hair actually started to grow back. And then I had my last round of chemo and that shit fell right back out. So I have big old patches of hair. At first I thought that my wigs were like dragging my hair out. So I had to put this cute little headpiece on and a filter to avoid any jump scares for you guys. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling mentally. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I feel great, even though my situation has improved dramatically. My health is much, much better. I think when you have children, it just makes things so much scarier because you're constantly thinking about whether or not you're going to be able to be there for your child, your children, throughout their lives. So I am just doing my best to stay positive. I am in therapy. And I know this is the longest part, but this is the real. This is how I'm actually feeling right now. That's the mental. Let's see, what else can we talk about? The last thing I want to talk about is faith. And if you aren't particularly a religious person, I completely respect if you want to click out of the video at this point. That's totally fine. I completely respect it. 1 year ago, 2 years ago, that might have been me. Prior to my diagnosis, I was a very staunch agnostic, so I respected 100%. But my belief systems have changed. When I needed someone to talk to on a 24-hour notice, God was there. I don't know who he or she is, but God was there. My therapist is fantastic, but she couldn't be there for me 24/7.
Right.
And I definitely experienced quite a bit of crisis going through this, and I just needed to get more in touch with who I was spiritually. And I must say that my spirituality, my sage burning, my meditation practices, they have become much more powerful for me during this time and have helped keep me grounded. So that is a very important aspect of this. Can I say that faith is 100% groundedness for me? No. Sometimes I just allow science and the internet to bleed through, and I think that that's just normal. But sometimes, and this is my advice for anyone going through this or just starting their cancer journey, sometimes you just have to tap out of that and take some deep breaths, because that is just the most important thing you can do for your mind, body, and soul. So that's how I want to end this. Thank you for attending my TED Talk, and thank you guys. For those of you that have been here for a while, thank you for following my journey. I will continue to share more as things progress, and I will continue to just live my life, cancer or not, and to talk about the things that I love, which are wellness, which are experiences, food, family, beauty. That is my purpose, is to help people feel happy and just to feel well. So thanks, guys.
What is maintenance therapy? And I'm so glad you asked. So a lot of times when we start there,
have you ever wondered about maintenance therapy and what insurance carriers actually reimburse for maintenance therapy? Well, wonder no more. The Medicare program does cover maintenance therapy under an outpatient physical, occupational, and or speech-language pathology plan of care. And since traditional Medicare covers maintenance therapy, means Medicare Advantage plans must also cover maintenance therapy. Unfortunately, many private commercial insurance carriers such as Aetna, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Humana, they do not cover maintenance therapy. They only cover rehabilitative therapy. For much more information on maintenance therapy, visit my website, GoOnToSeminars.com, click on FAQs, click on maintenance therapy.
Maintenance therapy is so real, y'all. I did not think I could continue on yesterday, but I got my hair done today, and it might not be that bad. Life just might not be that bad.
You stay on the target dose, it seems to be pretty durable in terms of the level of disease treatment. Yeah. If you go from being 100% to
true.
You know, I used to think it was a flex, like being low maintenance and not really like asking for much from your partner, not really needing much or demanding much when it comes to like being in a relationship. Like, and I thought that was just such a flex. Like, bro, I'm easy to be around. I'm easy to get along with because I don't ever need nothing. But that was just my lack of depth, my lack of understanding of my own needs, you know what I'm saying, of the things that I desired. That's what that was, you know what I'm saying? Because if, like, now that I know exactly what it is that I need, like, you will no longer hear me saying that I don't need things, because we all do. You know what I'm saying? We all have things that we need, especially, like, when it comes to, like creating a life with somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want those persons, to, like, strengths to, like, match our weaknesses.
Yes, sir.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We want that person to know how to talk to us. We want that person to know how to please us. We want that person to know exactly how to cater to us and know in our times of need how to motivate us. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to speak life into us. We need those things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like now, like I don't sit there and act like I don't need things. Hey, these are the things that I come with. This is what I need. Like that's when you really start to like get everything that you need, because now like you're demanding it of yourself and you're demanding it of your partner, because now you know exactly what it is.
That's my guy.
We gotta stop acting like being low maintenance is a flex when really it's not. It's just a lack of understanding of what it is that you actually need as a person.
Hold up, I gotta type
Welcome to my
comment on
mini
there. So I'm trying to leave.
You know, I used to think it was a flex, like being low maintenance and not really like asking for much from your partner, not really needing much or demanding much when it comes to like being in a relationship. Like, and I thought that was just such a flex. Like, bro, I'm easy to be around. I'm easy to get along with because I don't ever need nothing. But that was just my lack of depth, my lack of understanding of my own needs. You know what I'm saying? Of the things that I desired. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Because if, like, now that I know exactly what it is that I need,
that's my guy.
Like, you would no longer hear me saying that I don't.
Welcome to my beauty maintenance vlog, and the first stop is to.
So, day in the life of a maintenance worker. It's my work card. I got my.
Oh, I love being a woman.
I am.
All type of
So here we have a 34-year-old patient.
All right, let's.
I always use this analogy because I always feel like, you know, people often wait. If you think about your car, right? Like people wait to get, you don't wait to get the car fixed once you run it into the ground.
Yeah. Right.
You get your brakes checked, you get your oil, your engine.
Right.
When that light comes on,
A
you
lot of
take it
people
into the
don't.
shop. A lot of people don't.
Metaphorically and otherwise.
I do. And I do believe that to be true. And I feel like maintenance is better than repair.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's what therapy does. And like for us, we, even before we had a wedding date, we had just been engaged, I think, for about a year. When I was like, we really need to go to therapy.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
we
That was
really
the beginning.
That was that was so we got engaged in 2017. By 2018, we had started therapy together. I had already been doing therapy individually, but together we had started through 2018, and we literally did that all through 2020. And then when I got pregnant again in 2021, we started again. And I just knew that it was like, all right, like our life is about to shift. We're about to have another baby. We need to be on the same page as we are going into this new phase of our lives, because things are going to change.
I think that was good.
It's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm about to walk out the door to go to a Super Bowl party, but I just remembered that my therapist gave me incredible advice this week that blew my mind that relates to football. So I figured I'd talk about it before we all watch the big game. So I was updating my therapist on the guys that I had been seeing, the guys that I am no longer seeing, and I was telling her about how proud I am of myself for being very transparent and very self-aware of who I am and communicating that early on. An example of that is obviously what I'm looking for in dates and dating, but another example of that is communicating the maintenance level of me as a person. So I was saying like, yeah, I'm getting really good about just saying up front that I'm a high maintenance woman and I don't have shame about it, and I'm looking for somebody who loves that about me and accepts that about me. And I was fully expecting my therapist to be like so proud of me and say how great it was that I was leaning into loving myself and looking for a partner who loves me in that way as well. And my therapist straight up stopped me in my tracks and she said, "I'm sorry, what? Come again? You're telling men what?" And again, I was just like, I'm being upfront about how I feel like I'm high maintenance and I appreciate princess treatment, and sprinkle, sprinkle, I want to get everything I'm looking for and I want to be upfront about what I'm looking for. And she goes, "Nicole, what about you do you feel like is high maintenance? Like what about what you do in your day or what you're looking for is on the high end of maintenance?" And I was like, I like to get my nails done. I like to have my hair done. I like to spend time doing my makeup in the morning. I like to go to nice places and enjoy fine dining, and I want to have a plan and schedule and activities, and I want to be prepared for. I want someone to put the effort in for me. She so bluntly stopped me and she was like, "If you consider that high maintenance, I do not know who you've been hanging out with." And then she threw it completely back in my face and she was like, "Do we think it's high maintenance that men have fantasy football leagues? Do we think it's high maintenance that men spend 6, 7, 8 hours on a golf course every week?" And I was like, no, I have called those things out before as a man that really likes athletics, but it's never been considered high maintenance in my mind, and I feel like society doesn't consider that to be high maintenance. And she was like, exactly. So not only are you doing a disservice to yourself in calling the things that you just like and enjoy and make you high maintenance, you're also doing a disservice to women everywhere who are allowed to enjoy those things and don't need to have special allocations of maintenance compared to the maintenance that a man needs. And furthermore, she was like, it's not even maintenance if you are doing those things yourself. Like, you're maintaining yourself. You're booking your own nail appointments. You're paying for your own nail appointments. Why would anyone else ever care about the maintenance level that you put in to be this beautiful, incredible, put-together person that you are?
You all right, Mom?
I was absolutely gobsmacked, shooketh when I realized that I've been communicating to men that the things that I just like are like othered or less than because they require more maintenance. Like, they're just things that I like, things that I enjoy, as much as a man enjoys watching a football game and clapping and screaming at a television. I tell you this because I had her voice in the back of my head today as I was getting ready for the Super Bowl. I'm going to a party right now, and I've just spent time doing my hair, putting my makeup on, putting my outfit together, and I honestly don't even know who's playing besides Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And that is totally fine because I like different things than the majority of men like. And furthermore, we're not going to hear any men complaining about the models in the Super Bowl commercial or the performers or anything else when they look beautiful and put together and like they just spent a lot of time on their maintenance. This is my public guarantee to TikTok to hold myself accountable that last week was the last time I'm ever going to call myself high maintenance or feel like I need to explain myself. And I hope that women everywhere, as they put together their super cute Super Bowl outfits and made those dips and prepare an entire experience for everyone they're having over, feels super confident that the work that they put in is just as important as the men that are screaming at TVs today. And the final fit check, I'm wearing the cover from TikTok Shop, not linking it because I don't care about making money. I'm just wearing a basic cropped black shirt. I'm wearing my favorite necklace from Nordstrom always, and this is from Gorjana. And then I'm also wearing these new Aritzia jeans that are honestly the best thing I've ever put on my body. Highly recommend. These like really snatch your waist. Happy Super Bowl. I hope Taylor Swift gets an engagement ring today. Woohoo, go sports!
That's my girl. Take care of myself. I'm laughing.
Hey guys, I am currently on a walk with Sasha, and I wanted to give you guys an update because I have decided it is time for me to schedule a maintenance infusion, and I wanted to kind of let you guys know at the moment what my process is for figuring out that I think it's time for one, and what I feel that kind of shows me that I really need to schedule one. Quick disclaimer, obviously I'm still new to this, so someone more experienced with this treatment plan hopefully is able to tell these things much more quickly than I am, and I'm hoping over time that I will be able to tell much more quickly and not start suffering like I am, or starting to before I realize I need to schedule another one. So, sign number one is I am finding it more difficult to stop spiraling again.
What's up, babe? So I've been looking busted and disgusted, and I think it's time that I treat myself. So I went with a simple blue for my mani and petty. You know the blue moon is in Aquarius, so I had to get all that energy, boo. And y'all can say what y'all want about the clusters, but they haven't failed me yet. I'm going for a more natural look, so I'm only going to do 2 layers. I'm fasting right now, so I'm not doing anything special, but I am preparing for my work week. And even though I work from home, I still refuse to sit around looking crazy, so I'm going to blow my hair out and give myself a little crest. I am no hairstylist. I actually suck when it comes to natural hair, but I 100% believe cutting my hair was the best thing I could have ever did. It grew back so healthy. This is not a tutorial, y'all, so don't judge me. I just wanted to show y'all how I bring myself back to life after a long week of looking crazy and fasting. I'm currently not smoking or drinking right now, along with some other things. I've decided to cook more and get in that gym at least 4 times a week now. And overall, put the phone down and pick a book up and just grow my relationship with the Most High. I am super excited for myself, and I know it won't be easy, but it's time to boss up, grow up, and glow up, boo.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Now, this don't make no sense at all. You know you bad. Take your foot off these folk neck. I don't know how much more of this beauty I can take. You can't be giving us all that at once. You're going to have to give it to us in increments because, baby, you bad. Love you, bye.
You know where I find it, I would take a limousine.
Yeah, it's different for dudes. That's right.
Burning and burning.
That's right.
Burning and burning.
cosmetic chemist here, and I'm going to share with you my fungal acne maintenance routine. Emphasis on the word maintenance here because my
Maintenance work. Prioritize your body.
Baby, go take time. We like a working bag on your waistline. Come we just slow wine. Bro, in a while now. Back and forth trips and felt into what's high down. Telling me it's better in jail.
If a woman is high maintenance and she takes care of herself, you have nothing to worry about. If she's high maintenance and then expects you to take care of her without having shown you any value, without having shown you any place she's going to get in and fit into your life the way you want her to, it's not your problem. Don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. And don't even let that entitlement register on you in any kind of way. It'd be a problem to me if there were a bunch of guys running around thinking that they had to just out the window satisfy, please, suck up to these expectations. If a woman is good to you, if a woman does right by you, if a woman is what you want her to be and y'all compliment each other in that way, then all of this is no
problem.
Non-negotiable. Right. I know for me specifically, I take care of those that I care about. I take care of mine. Mine is always well taken care of.
Right.
Maintenance, man, that shit ain't an issue. I got you.
Right.
Cause you mine. Not by claiming you, but by how I've seen you, who you showed me you are, the qualities I recognize you, the characteristics I like, and how you've gotten to know me and seen me for who I am and what I'm about, and how you've shown me that you respect that, admire that, and that this is what you have earned.
Yes, yes, sir. That's my guy. Y'all women be so fine.
When you want to remain proactive, when you want the car to last you, you always take it in for maintenance. Now, what the maintenance does is to make sure that the car is running at peak performance.
That's my guy. Hey, it's a new word for y'all. Y'all just go ahead and write it down, maintenance. Y'all women get on my nerves. Y'all so fine. I be sitting there like, look, all day. Anyway.
Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. I'm a little bit busy with girl therapy,
That's
but
good.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Do it, girl.
Maintenance is key. This is for the girls on the self-made girls. Alright,
hold on. Alright, we get off the maintenance therapy.
What's up, y'all? Spend Saturday with me.
Self-care hacks. Let's see some self-care hacks.
I am absolutely livid right now. I am 36 years old, and I have been dealing with skin problems since I hit puberty. And this soap had the nerve to take away all my dark spots in less than a month. I mean, all this time going to the dermatologist, I could have just been using this soap. With all these premium ingredients, it's no wonder why it helped my skin so fast. Now I gotta go spend some more money because I need it for my elbows, knees, armpits. I'm about to even put it on my kitty. So y'all don't be like me and be wasting time at the dermatologist and spending all types of money on over-the-counter stuff. Just click that link below and read the reviews.
I love my period. Okay, maybe love is a strong word, but I don't hate it because I treat it like a mini pregnancy. I mean, cramps are mini contractions. I also love when my belly gets all bloated because it helps me lean further into the bit. Because I be cosplaying Nara Smith and Rihanna with my belly all out. On day one of my period, the same level of consideration, comfort, and care I would expect from others if I were actually pregnant is what I give myself. I relaxed under my pink heating blanket with my pink heating pad and my pink mug of tea. I mean, I typically run a minimum of 4 miles every Wednesday. I didn't do that today. I waddled around my apartment to get in some of my daily 10K steps before I got ready to go to work. So I may not be growing any tiny humans, but I am shedding the walls of the home of said tiny humans, so I will treat myself accordingly.
Okay, fellas, look, I went out the other night and I was wearing this Azure Coastal. It's crazy. I had about 6 different ones.
If you want to elevate your life, do these things. Wake up earlier to get your day started. Instead of drinking to get drunk, maybe just drink to have a couple cocktails. Do things for yourself. Go get your nails and your toes done. Go get a facial. Do something that is going to make you feel good about yourself. Work out. Read your Bible, but also read books that are going to expand your mind. Save some money, but also spend a little bit of money. Keep your business to yourself. Don't tell anybody anything that's going on in your life unless it's really, really, really close people. Also, limit people's access to you. Reevaluate your friend circle. Go to networking events. Practice mindfulness at least once a day. And lastly, drink more water. Bye.
3 girl tips I wish I would have knew sooner. You're not fat, babe. You're just bloated. What I like to do to stay skinny is I take 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and mix it with some water and drink it every morning. Ugh. If you have a hard time keeping your ass clean, trust me, I understand. But what I like to do to prevent butt odor throughout the day is I like to double cleanse. I like to take a cotton pad and a non-alcoholic witch hazel and just wipe between my cheeks. It'll keep you fresh all day, trust me. Just using water on that nasty stinking cooter mama that can't breathe because your drawers is too tight, it's not enough, alright? What I like to use to stay fresh down there is CeraVe Sensitive Facial Wash. Yes, you could use facial wash in your downstairs area. Trust me.
Here's some low maintenance nighttime routine tips that make me feel high maintenance when I'm on a budget. Number 1, I believe that self-care
What is
starts
this
in the
low and
shower,
high
so try adding
maintenance
your
thing? It's
favorite
killing
body
me.
scrub to your shower routine. After the shower, body care is a must. Use your favorite scented lotion for the ultimate hydration and smooth, buttery skin. Next is something about a towel warmer. Throw your towel, pajamas, or your robe in for that ultimate cozy feeling on your skin after your shower.
girl.
Next is skincare. Use a gua sha at night to help drain your lymphatic system and help depuff and snatch your face. A game changer. Also use your favorite tools and all your good skincare products to wake up with glowy glass skin. And don't forget to add a overnight collagen peel-off mask so you wake up with plump and youthful skin. Next, do not sleep on putting on a fresh, comfy pair of pajamas. A good pair of pajamas will help you sleep so much better at night. And make sure to use one of your expensive perfumes so you smell heavenly and feel like a queen when you go to bed. If you're not quite ready to go
Y'all
to
love
sleep,
this
make sure you
place,
light a
huh?
candle in your room to set the vibes
ain't
for the
really
night.
been
And
loving
lastly,
it
instead of
like I
watching
should.
TV or scrolling on your phone, pick up a book and get some reading in. This just makes you feel like a baddie that has her life together. And those are my tips.
Therapy is paying off because I learned this life hack and it has
I
forever
promise you, I
changed
didn't
my life.
put women.
And that is
I
to
just
treat
put
myself like I am the love of my life. For whatever
self-care
reason,
hacks.
women just, like,
Apparently,
treat
women,
everyone
y'all
else
the
better than
only
themselves,
one.
especially when they're in a
Hold up.
relationship. And
Apparently, y'all the only ones who care about yourself, cause ain't no dudes out here doing that.
the love of my life.
Saying
For
that
whatever
neither.
reason, women just like treat everyone else better than themselves, especially when they're in a relationship. And because I'm totally delusional, I decided to make myself the love of my life and do everything that I would do for the love of my life before myself. So when I ordered dinner last night, I thought, what would I order love of my life? So yes, I got dessert. When I think about the love of my life, I want them to have a healthy heart and be in tip-top shape. So yeah, I'm going to the gym. When I'm trying to decide on which thing I should buy myself, I think, what would I get the love of my life? So I just get both. And I do everything in a way that doesn't put myself in financial ruin, but my level of self-care is top-notch. And I haven't decided what I'm getting myself for Valentine's Day, but I know it will come with a side of Godiva chocolate-covered strawberries and some champagne, because only the best for the love of my life. Be delusional about your self-care. Be the love of your life.
I just wanna wake up to the
It's all women.
and Saint Laurent, $100,000 on the fronts, hella blunts. I just wanna wake up on get that on the yacht, in the rolls that's rented, windows tinted. We got a big spinning. I'ma get back on my feet, give me a minute. I'ma feel this in my thighs, like even in it. Young summer, give me a minute. Sundown wind chimes, break it down, one line, a line. Can't no see me, no flip.
If you want to do a self-care
There you
glow
go.
up, and by that I don't mean
bath bombs,
At least it's a
face
dude.
masks, and eyelash.
That's all that matters.
I don't know. Drop the journaling, stop the meditation, because it's actually so much easier than that. And this is coming from somebody who has, at times in his life, not been so kind to himself, and is doing better. I wouldn't say I'm perfect, but I'm saying I'm the best I've ever been. And it's actually not about anything you can do to yourself from the outside. It's about something you're not doing enough yet for yourself inside. I'm Justin Schumann. Human is also literally in my last name.
Right.
And that is what I'm
Schumann.
here to help you do better. The foundation of how you treat yourself, I believe, is based on self-trust, i.e., how much do you trust your gut, your impulses, your internal compass of what is good, true, right, wrong, correct, boundaries, etc. If you're a person who questions everything you say in life because you're afraid of offending someone else or being judged for it or saying something unpopular or sounding stupid, you lack trust in yourself. To trust oneself is to trust that the words that you have in any one moment are good, are true, are enough. There are no right words for a situation or wrong words. There are the words that you have, and then you manage them once they come out of your mouth. Am I saying you should be thoughtless about it? No. But am I saying you shouldn't think as hard about it? Absolutely yes. I've been an actor on Broadway, and I find that when you are like doing the human thing on a Broadway stage, it often requires like, I am being a person telling a story, but there's like this gentle awareness of the amplification of what it means to human, because you're like doing it in plain view of others, kind of like we do on social media, right? Because social media is also a parallel for real life. It's interesting because you can't go on autopilot when you're on Broadway, because then you're sort of like not really present, you're not in the thing, you're not listening to your scene partner, you're not really a part of the conversation. But you also can't be so dialed in that you are noticing everything about the person you're talking to, the set, that piece of spike tape on the floor, what that audience member is doing in the first row, because then you'll also totally lose your mind, and chances are you'll lose yourself in the script and like, where the fuck was I? It's this really delicate balance of being present, being aware, knowing that you've prepped for this moment. So on stage we've had rehearsal, and in life you've lived life. Don't disregard or undervalue the lessons you have lived and learned in your lifetime, because they are worth something. You have to just trust that in any one moment you have enough.
Yes,
enough
sir.
What? Enough of it all. Enough courage, enough intelligence, enough. The foundation to any self-care glow-up is, I trust that what I'm about to do for myself is right, because I know me better than anyone else. And even if that's not actually true, one, that's not for anyone else to fucking decide. Two, it's actually always intrinsically true, because if you believe it to be true, it is. Because then if you ask yourself, am I actually doing the best I can for myself? And you say no, you can trust that answer. And then you know there's a place to step the fuck up. But if you say to yourself, am I doing the best I can in this moment with the resources I have available to me? And the answer is yes. Then it's yes, bitch.
Alright. Let's see. No, hold on, go back.
Okay, this might just be the best deal that I've ever...
Alright, y'all enjoy this. I gotta use the bathroom.
I've been with friends, I've been so long.
There go a dude for y'all. It's all women.
Even though I was on your pretty ass out in Mobile. Ever since I caught you on that ice, you got no chill, no more. I'm saying it. My girl got diamonds on her arm, diamonds in her ear. She even wear that diamonds for a year. I'm trying to treat you special like no one did. My baby skips the nightlife and the sidelines just to show me it's mine. I'm trying to treat her special like no one.
And I always say one thing when it comes to Instagram. If anything triggers an emotional reaction, block it, mute it, get rid of it. It's just too much information, and if you think about it, it's a feed, so you have to be cognizant about what you're feeding your mind. Like, the amount of people that are muted on my Instagram is actually wild. I should be following 0 people with the amount of people that I have muted. First of all, every single one of your notes are muted. And if I just follow you and you post a note and I see it, automatically muted. Half of your Instagram stories are muted. I don't need to know what you're doing every day. I barely see you in the real world. I most definitely don't need to keep tabs on you every single day on Instagram. Like, yes, I want to be connected with you. Like, of course. Instagram's the new LinkedIn. We've already talked about this. But I don't want to see your shit every day. And I don't care what you're doing every day. So yes, you are muted. Sorry.
Here are 3 female things that a lot of people may know about, but maybe not everyone. First, it's important that you pee after sex. This is to prevent things such as UTIs, because oftentimes you have sex, there's a certain amount of bacteria that's built up. So when you have sex, it makes sure that it pushes out the bacteria, and it can cause other vaginal things down there that you don't want. So please make sure you pee after sex, because you don't want that bacteria to build up and, to cause you to have an odor, an itch, or anything like that. Second, it's important to make sure that you wait approximately 20 24 hours after you wax to have sex. You should not be having sex before 24 hours. This is because when you wax, yes, of course, it takes off the hair, but it also takes off a certain amount of layer of skin. So think about it as being an open wound. And like I said before, when you have sex, it's a certain amount of bacteria that's built up with friction, and sometimes the bacteria can seep through your pores. So maybe the bacteria wouldn't have affected you before because that skin layer is there, but if you recently wax, it can lead to things such as, you know, infections or ingrown hairs or different things like that. So it's probably best to wait at least 24 hours after you wax to make sure you have sex. And number 3, don't douche. I don't care if you just say it's with water or it's with a certain bacteria product or something like that. Don't douche. This is because inside of our vaginas, we have a mixture of bad bacteria and good bacteria. And when you douche, you're just taking out everything. And so sometimes you can take out the good bacteria that's in there, which can cause things such as BV. It can cause different kind of complications up there. It can cause you to have an odor, an itch, foul smells, different things like that. So please make sure you don't douche.
If your pores look like anything like mine, you need this face scrubber. I'm an esthetician and I've been buying these face scrubbers for around $200. So when I saw it on TikTok Shop for less than $10, I jumped on that so quick. Everyone tells me that oil cleansing will do the same thing, but trust me, it doesn't, because this thing gets into every single pore and removes it all. Although pore strips do the same thing, it actually enlarges the look of your pores and it never really snaps back to its normal size, making your pores appear larger and larger every time you use those. But with this facial scrubber, it actually uses positive and negative ions, so every time you do use it, the size of your pores won't be as affected as much as if you would use a pore strip. Anyways, it's less than $10 right now, and I was able to stack my coupons and get it for like $3, which is insane because pore strips at the stores look like anything like mine. You need this face scrubber. I'm an esthetician and I've been buying these face scrubbers for around $200, so when I saw it on TikTok Shop for less than $10, I jumped on that so quick. Everyone tells me that oil cleansing will do the same thing, but trust me, it doesn't, because this thing gets into every single pore and removes it all. Although pore strips do the same thing, it actually enlarges the look of your pores and it never really snaps back to its normal size, making your pores appear larger and larger every time you use it.
Hold on, I gotta see this
Scrubber,
again.
it actually uses positive same thing. It actually moves it all. Although cleansing will do the same thing, but trust me, it does. Saw it on TikTok Shop for less than $10. I jumped on that so quick. Everyone tells me that oil cleansing will do the same thing, but trust me, it doesn't, because this thing gets into every single pore and removes it all. Although pore strips do the same thing, it actually enlarges the look of your pores and it never really snaps back to its normal size, making your pores appear larger and larger every time you use those. But with this facial scrubber, it actually uses positive and negative ions, so every time you do use it, the size of your pores won't be as affected as much as if you would use a pore strip. Anyways, it's less than $10 right now, and I was able to stack my coupons and get it for like $3, which is insane because pore strips at the store cost around $15 nowadays. So do what you want with that information, and don't forget to check your coupons.
After I get out of the shower, I like to make sure my whole body is moisturized. And you know, sometimes I can get a little ashy, and I don't want to be ashy. I want to be moist all the time. So I put this on, and this is literally like the equivalent to Vaseline. And it literally keeps me moisturized until the next day, all day long. Hotties, go get this. Like, you probably only need to use this like one time, and then like you're good for like the week. I'm not even joking.
It's back. It's finally back, guys. Your 3-bundle deal for $9.99 and free shipping with your face wash, your cleansing pads, and your soap bar. Just got done using the face wash.
A turmeric wash. I'm gonna look into that.
Guys, as I said, 10 out of 10. The cleansing pads, look at how great they feel.
10 things you need to know about your vagina from Effeminate.
That's what's up.
Know that this looks absolutely crazy, but just listen.
It's time for you to go ghost and glow up. Like, do y'all realize we only have 4 more months until the year's over? So this is how you're going to get it together before 2024 ends. Let's go. First thing on the list is fitness and health. You need to be moving at least least 3 to 4 times a week. It doesn't need to be anything extravagant. Like, you could really just walk 10K steps a day and get your workout in just by walking. But you can't want to look snatched and change how you physically look if you're just not working out and putting in the work. That don't make any sense. Another important thing is watching what you consume. So making sure that you are drinking your water, limiting your alcohol intake, and just being mindful of the food that you put into your body. Start cooking your own food. Eat more fruits. Eat more veggies. Cut out the nonsense and the garbage that you are consuming. And the second thing is your beauty maintenance. Get a new hairstyle. Do your lashes. Get some new clothes. Spice it up. Give us a new look. Give us something new. Doing your hair up, doing your nails, it just honestly not only makes you feel good, but it really helps to just like boost your confidence. And if you can't afford to do all that stuff, y'all, learn to DIY stuff yourself. When I tell you I am a DIY queen, I be doing everything myself. And third is the mental aspect of things. Mental health is so important. If you are not good within, then what you do on the outside really won't matter. For real. Start journaling. Start doing affirmations. Start speaking life into yourself. Start being your biggest fan, your number one cheerleader. Because if you do not ride and protect yourself, well, who else is going to do it for you? And also get a hobby. Learn to cultivate new experiences for yourself. Like, if you wanted to try something but you were scared to try it because you had no one to try it with, like, who cares? Go do it yourself.
Right.
Most importantly, please make sure you are setting up boundaries, being very mindful of the people who you have surrounding yourself, making sure that you vet people, use your discernment, and not just let anybody and everybody have access to you, because having access to you is a privilege.
Do not buy the Medicube collagen face mask from anywhere but the official Medicube.
If you ain't gonna let me set this up before I do this appointment tips list, then please go ahead and scroll past. I'm not about to get a comment talking about some, well, men are F a cool, or they'll F anything they like because it never was about them. When he come back up and you get to taste or smell yourself, when you get on top, hop up on top and so jiggy jerking. You okay being a little musty? That's cool. But what we not gonna do is not do something on the basis of what a man will or won't do with his own body. Tips that I'm gonna give you, it's about you and how you can take the most intimate moments and enjoy yourself. We ain't mad.
This is the most disgusting and satisfying thing I have ever experienced. I used to spend over $80 getting this done at the spa, and now I can do it at home for less than $10. The reason why I do this is because there is no better chemical-free exfoliation that you can do for your skin. And this helps my makeup apply like butter, and my skincare products absorb so much better. You can see it just leaves me with that gorgeous glass skin, improves the health of my skin. Grab yours down below for less than $10.
Advice for women under 25 from a woman that is over 25. When you're doing your skincare, go in circles like this. My esthetician calls them youthful circles. Go towards your face, not away from it. You should not ever be anybody's second option for anything. You can start over as many times as you want to. Drinking tea in the morning can help with your digestive system. Nuts, seeds, and whole grains can all improve the health of your uterus. You can be the bigger person, but if cussing them out is going to make you feel better, then baby, by all means. If you're ever wondering if you're in an unhealthy relationship, just pay close attention to what your body is doing, okay? Your skin will start breaking out, your stomach will start doing weird things, your weight will be all over the place. Your body always knows before you do. Dermatologists recommend 2 facials a month, but if that's not necessarily in the budget, a gel cleanser at nighttime and a foaming cleanser in the morning will do really, really well for your skin. I love love as much as the next woman, but jumping from relationship to relationship is a trauma response. Take some time to heal and be with yourself. The reason you're craving that one thing so vehemently is because your future self already has it. If you are a giver,
I like that one. That one was good.
Vehemently is because your future self already has it. If you are a giver, make sure you have limits, because takers will take all that they can. Grapefruit and squash can improve the health of your cervix. Holding your thumbs like this can suppress your gag reflex. Do what you will with that information. Do thumbs like this can suppress your gag reflex. Do what you will with that information. Do not use that fruity, flowery, pink, glittery soap near your lady parts. Foods like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale are good for your boobs. If you have any other tips for these young 20-somethings, by all means, ditch this video.
I've never enjoyed washing my face this much before, and honestly, I don't think I've ever
using baking soda when you're washing your clothes. I started doing this a couple months ago, and man, when I tell you, I have noticed the biggest difference in the odor of my clothes. Like, I thought just a good smelling detergent was enough. No. get that baking soda. So when I wash a load, I'll sprinkle a good amount of that baking soda on my clothes. And when I tell you they come out smelling so fresh, like literally there is no order left behind. And there's no specific one that I use. Go in the cooking aisle of your local Publix, your local Walmart. It's less than $2. Grab that one.
This one thing has elevated my bathroom hygiene.
It's my girl.
I present to you the Perry bottle, also known as the Perry-Neo bottle. I use this right after I use the bathroom. Number 1, number 2, doesn't matter. I just kind of spray and then I just refill it when I'm done. Pregnant women use this after they give birth. That's what it's known for. But I started using this a couple years ago.
Come on, y'all, please. It's 2024. There should be no reason you're still using a washcloth or a loafer to wash your body. Washcloths and loafers have been proven to be breeding grounds for bacteria, and also they can cause diseases, man. You gotta stop using those. This is what I've been using for the past couple months, and my skin health has improved dramatically.
Just a couple
African Net Sponge is the only thing you should be using to wash your body. You're walking around looking like a Brillo pad, feeling like a Brillo pad. Your skin is unhealthy. You need something to exfoliate your skin, and this is just that. If it's not double knotted, it's not a real African Net Sponge. These double knots exfoliate your skin, cleaning you out. Instantly, after I used this, my skin was crazy soft. I get compliments to this day about how smooth my skin is and how even and like just beautiful my skin is. Also 40 inches in length, so you get those hard to reach areas like your back. But if you are trying to grab you one of these real African Net Sponges, hit the link below. There's over 19 beautiful colors to choose from, and they're on sale.
I love how.
3 things I wish I knew in my early 20s.
I love how. Listen to this. I gotta stop for a second. I love how, in order for me to sell you the African Net Sponge, I got to tell you that you've been washing wrong this whole time. You ain't even been getting clean. You think you've been getting clean. There's a bacteria breeding ground in there for you on the sponge and the loafer. You got to get this African Net Sponge. Click the link below. Man, get the hell out of here. I don't believe nothing you just said.
Family off. Hear me out. If your family is toxic, do not be afraid to cut them off. The best decision I have ever made was no longer spinning the block with my own relatives. I am not going to take several steps back in my healing journey by trying to heal in the same place that hurt me. Number 2, stop seeking approval from people that are not living your life. I cannot tell you how many people I know that genuinely do not make decisions without getting approval from family. Baby, you 36. I'm not asking you about anything I'm doing in my life. I'm telling you. And you'll be lucky if I do that. Number 3, your journey is not supposed to look like theirs. Everybody is not supposed to be in the same place or moving at the same pace. Nobody is doing better than you. You can only do better than you, because the grass that looks greener just might be fake.
If your bikini line area has
3 things I wish I knew in my early 20s. Cut your family off. Hear me out. If your family is toxic,
I was already
do not
following
be
her, apparently.
If your bikini line area has
Alright.
If you spend time alone, you heal your trauma. If you eat healthier, you prioritize your health. If you spend time alone and eat healthier, if you spend time alone, you heal your trauma. If you eat healthier, you prioritize your health. If you spend time alone and eat healthier, you heal your traumas and prioritize your health. If you stop going out, you'll save money. If you spend time alone, eat healthier, and stop going out, you'll heal your traumas, prioritize your health, and you'll save money. If you invest in your hygiene, you become more attractive. If you spend time alone, eat healthier, stop going out, and invest in your hygiene, you'll heal your trauma, prioritize your health, save money, and become more attractive. If you read, you become a better communicator. You spend time alone, eat healthier, stop going out, prioritize your hygiene, and read. You'll heal your traumas, prioritize your health, save more money, become more attractive, and become a great communicator.
What you want me to do? Just like, I can't do that. TikTok is gonna get me. I was damn near naked in that video. You realize it's TikTok and not. What you want me to do? Just like, I can't do that. TikTok is gonna get me. I was.
The 4 products that took me from looking like this, and this, and this, to this. Well, to this. So these products are tried and true. I've been using them for years. This is.
Solamente con tu comentario sé que estás comprando.
Right, that's my girl.
Self.
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay, y'all would just not stop going in on my skin, so I'm gonna tell you. First, thank you. I try.
All right.
I have dry skin, so what I use on my skin may work for you, it may not.
I wish this account could just be a landing place for anybody who just wants to make their life easier. So not even ADHD specific, but if there is a life hack that you've heard of your...
Here are 5 science-backed ways that you can use to increase dopamine. Number 1 is exercise. I do it first thing in the morning and it increases dopamine for motivation and productivity for the rest of the day. Number 2 is a little weird, but give yourself a high five in the mirror. High fives increase dopamine, and when you do it in the mirror, that dopamine becomes tied to the image of you, and it also increases self-confidence. Number 3 is dancing, singing, or listening to music. I dance around my apartment every single day, morning, mid-afternoon break, and at night. Number 4 is to avoid using your cell phone between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. And that's because it activates a pro-depressive pathway in the brain, which decreases dopamine. And number 5 is novelty, so going somewhere new or doing something that you've never done before will increase dopamine. Stay tuned for the video on serotonin.
If you're looking for free mental health resources outside of therapy, I got a bunch of them that are free on my website. My name is Dr. Raquel Martin. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I am the monarch of meeting you where you're at. So I'm going to give you some free game. There's a bunch of free ebooks on my website, y'all, for finding a therapist if that's your choice, because please realize that therapy is not the only route for healing. For ways to identify whether a therapist is for you, whole ebook on combating Black Superwoman syndrome, and not just defining it and talking about what it is, but giving you tangible tips for addressing it. If you're an educator and you're trying to make sure that your environment is an inclusive space for Black children, I got a whole ebook for that, as well as exercises and checklists to see if you're doing what you need to be doing. Additionally, have you thought about the way that the world impacts your identity as a Black individual? Oh, I got a whole ebook on there about Black identity development and how to address it and build it up. It's free, y'all. Free game. Therapy is not the only route for healing. It's not. You don't need therapy to heal. You can't heal in isolation, though. So, like, here's some community. Here's some free game. Download them. Get them for free. I ain't asking for nothing. I'm trying to help you out. Also, as a reminder, I share a bunch of free resources and have 4 labs a month, podcasts, all of that specifically in my mental health community. So if you want to join, hit me up.
Do you ever have moments where you experience extreme anxiety and you just don't know what to do to help reduce it and bring it down? Don't worry, child. I got you. This is going to be ways to reduce anxiety. Compliment my doodles, y'all. I swear to God, I worked hard on these ones. We're going to start with just 4 easy methods. Just 4. The first one is going to be the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. This is a method used to ground after stress and to reduce anxiety. You list 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. Then it's going to be butterfly hugs. This is a specific exercise used in EMDR that is theorized to mimic your brain when you're in REM sleep. But it is an exercise where you start by taking a deep breath and then placing both hands across your shoulders and then slowly beginning to tap, releasing stress as you tap. I'm going to demonstrate. Next is ocean breathing, and this is a form of diaphragmatic breathing inspired by the rhythm of the ocean waves. It involves taking a deep breath in your nose and out through your mouth, and you imagine that you're breathing in clean ocean air and breathing out the stress. And you want to mimic the sound of the ocean if you can. And finally, there's body scans, and this is a mental exercise that aims to direct attention to each part of your body from the head to your toes. You start at the top of your head and slowly work your way down, feeling your head, your neck, your shoulders, and so on and so forth. Moral of the story, get in your body. Knowledge is power. Share it as much as you can and responsibly. Love y'all. Bye.
I just want to share with you guys a quick mental health hack that I do every single day. So on days where I am emotionally out of control and can't regulate my emotions, and I don't have friends to call because they're at work or they're busy doing stuff, but I need to verbally process my emotions, I go onto my ChatGPT app and I talk to it. I talk to AI. I tell it, listen, I need you to talk to me like you are a relationship psychologist or a trauma-informed psychologist or a DBT therapist, and here's what my problem is. And I voice text the whole thing so that I just ramble and get it all out. That's right. And this app responds to me with empathy, and it tells me why I feel the way I feel and how I can regulate my emotions and how I can cope better in the moment. And it always ends with saying you should probably speak to a professional about this. I get it.
And then if I'm not satisfied with the answer, I keep talking, I keep asking more questions, and it keeps giving me empathy and understanding and more answers. And it feels like I'm talking to a really good therapist. I mean, it's not a replacement for therapists, but when you're in a bind and you can't talk to your therapist or talk to a good friend, this has been the way to go for me. I'll share with you the one that I use, and I don't get any money from promoting it, but y'all need to try it and tell me how it goes.
One of the most important things you can do for your brain and for your body is to spend more time in deep sleep. Deep sleep is when memories are moved from short to long-term memory. It's also when the body and the brain have the ability to heal and regenerate. So here are some neuroscience-backed ways that I personally use to improve deep sleep. Maintaining a low body temp is super important for deep sleep. So sleeping in a cold, dark room is really helpful. Also, taking a hot shower or bath before bed. A hot shower or bath will cause the body to release heat, which actually lowers your core body temp. The second thing is sleep frequencies. Delta brainwaves are associated with deep sleep. Listening to delta binaural beats while you sleep has been shown to increase the amount of time you spend in deep sleep and decrease the amount of time it takes for you to get there. 432 hertz frequency music has also been shown to improve deep sleep, and it also helps relax you to fall asleep by boosting the energy of alpha waves in the brain. If you want to take a supplement, magnesium and L-theanine are great. L-theanine boosts alpha waves in the brain, which is very relaxing, and magnesium has been shown to improve sleep in people with insomnia. And magnesium has been alpha waves in the brain, which is very are great. L-theanine boosts alpha waves in the brain, which is very relaxing, and magnesium has been shown to improve sleep in people with insomnia. This one might not sound intuitive, but getting sunlight in the morning is actually super important for sleep. Sunlight in the morning sets a biological clock for melatonin release at night, and melatonin is really great for sleep, so great that a lot of people take it as a supplement in itself.
So what do you do if you have an adult child, like 18, 20, even 25, and they're struggling with mental health issues? Go with them to the doctor. It's okay. I mean, a lot of times they'll like go, you can't come, but go. If you'd like me to come, I will. Get them the resources. Actually, we have this, you're not going to like this, but I have this little thing in my house. I have an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old, and I've raised 3 adult children. We call from 18 to 25 baby adults, so like Baba adults, because their brain's not done. Their brain is actually not finished developing until they're 25. So it's totally okay. A little bit of supervision, a little nudging, a little bit of help. It's just the most important thing you can do, because after the pandemic, the group that got hurt the most, both physically and emotionally, were young adults.
Listen, just because we have an obligation to speak up during these trying times, it does not mean that you don't have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And I think I can give you a couple of ways just to cope, some simple things. 1, body scans. You need to be scanning your body to pay attention to what your body is saying. If you have never done a body scan, I'll even walk you through it. You're going to close your eyes. If you feel safe enough to do that, you're going to scan your body from the top of your head, down to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, into your chest, your stomach, your back, lower back, into your hips, thighs, down to the soles of your feet. You're going to scan your entire body from head to toe, and you're going to pay attention to any sensation you feel, any discomfort you feel, and you're going to love that discomfort away. That's one thing. That's important because it's important to be present in your body so you know what your body is telling you that you need. Take a break. That does not mean to step away permanently or for a long extended period of time, but there are times where you should put your phone down and you should take some deep breaths, do whatever you need to do. Stay present, stay current, but also take care of yourself. Talk to your loved ones. It is harder to carry a pile of 50 bricks by yourself than it is with 4 other people. Having a community of people to share your experience, your feelings with is very important. Lean on your community. Talk to the people you love. My favorite B word is balance. So you have to be sure that you are balancing out your approach to all of this. If you run yourself ragged or burn yourself out, there will be less people to fight the good fight. Please take care of yourselves.
Don't text your depressed friends how you feeling today. They don't know what to say. They feel awful, and then there's like this guilt of like still bad, still feeling sad. Well, have you tried exercising today? Like, do you want this? Do you want that? And it's like, I don't want to make any decisions. I don't want to have to explain how I'm feeling right now. I just want to be in my bed. And it's like, the best thing you could do in some of these moments is just to show up with kind of almost a pre-planned way for there to be connection that doesn't require a lot of energy. Like, hey, can I just come over and make s'mores? It's weird to make s'mores by myself. I think it'd be kind of fun. I'd like to, you have that fireplace, I don't have a fireplace. Can I come over to your house and just make you s'mores? Can I just come make you dinner? That's what I'd like to do. We can just watch a movie. We don't have to talk. You don't have to explain how you're feeling. I just want to be with you. If someone can feel just the presence of you and your love without the pressure to have to explain or fix or change, that weirdly enough is like the magnetic force that starts to pull things in a different direction. So much depression is actually just loneliness with loss. So much depression is feeling aimless and hopeless and not knowing where to turn to next. And the thing that digs that wound even deeper is suggestions. Just be present with those that you love.
If you want to be mentally strong, you have to tell your brain what you want. This is the #1 principle I give my patients and I tell myself. You have to tell the front part of your brain that's involved and focus.
Don't text your depressed friends how.
If you want to be mentally strong, you have to tell your brain what you want. This is the #1 principle I give my patients and I tell myself. You have to tell the front part of your brain that's involved in focus, forethought, judgment, impulse, control. You have to tell it what you want. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of children do you want to raise? And I have an exercise I love called the one-page miracle. On one piece of paper, write it out. What do you want in your relationships, for your work, for your money, for your physical, emotional, and spiritual health? Write it out. Step #1, write it out. And then every day you ask yourself, is my behavior getting me what I want?
Yo, you say you can't meditate, but have you ever noticed that the front of your teeth can get dry sometimes? And that you can actually smell the inside of your nose? And that there's actually like a buzzing in your fingertips if you pay attention to them? Don't look at them, just feel them. Notice how you can feel the sensation and buzzing vibration in your hands and fingers. And notice how you can hear the sounds in the room around you as you feel your hands and fingers at the same time. And notice how you can see the whole field of vision without taking your eyes off your phone. You can see everything in your peripherals without even trying too hard, as you hear the sounds, as you feel your hands. And stay with the details for another moment. Stay locked in and focused. Hands, sounds, whole field of vision. Take a deep breath in, relax the muscles on the way out. Notice how you feel. You just meditated, great job. And if you want more of this to drop in a flow state on a regular basis, search the mental level on YT right now and practice.
3 things I will not do as a neuroscientist in order to protect my brain. #1 is go on my phone when I wake up in the morning. Whenever you wake up in the morning, your brainwaves transition from theta to alpha. This means that our subconscious mind is in a more programmable state. So the content that you consume during this time will have a greater impact on your mindset and messes up our dopamine for the rest of the day so that we continue to check our phones. #2 is negative self-talk. What you say to yourself matters, and the more you put that into your brain, the more it gets wired in. And what's wired in is what we manifest. And #3 is eat highly processed foods. There's plenty of science now to support that what you eat impacts your brain, but especially highly processed foods lead to brain aging, and we don't want that.
So, how to get unstuck? Notice when you are stuck, when you get the same thought in your head over and over. Distract yourself. Like if you get the same thought 3 times, get up physically and go do something different. That can be so helpful. And find ways to boost serotonin. Either serotonin mood support can help, exercise can help, bright light therapy can help. When you boost serotonin, you become more flexible and less stuck.
If you want to fix your mental health, you have to be conscious of what you're consuming. And I'm not talking about food. You have to think about what you can change in your life so that you can fix your mental health. I'm a therapist and I've been a therapist for over 5 years and I'm still learning new ways to fix your mental health. I wanted to share some things with you. First, obviously, you need to go to therapy. Go and get your blood drawn. A lot of the times, your hormones are directly impacting your mental health. I recently got my blood drawn and realized that I had all of these vitamin deficiencies and other hormonal deficiencies that were really triggering my depression. The brain chemistry imbalance mixed with the vitamin deficiencies and the hormonal deficiencies were really putting me in a dark place. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but you have to change. Ooh, we need a new one. I love this stuff, clearly. You have to change your lifestyle. If you want to fix your mental health, you have to change your lifestyle. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Fix your lifestyle to fix your mental health. Mindset, working out, how you eat, who you hang out with, what time you go to bed, all the things. For example, I found myself in a really low place because I felt like there was not enough time in the day. I wasn't able to make time for myself, and all of my time and energy was going to my job, being a mom, being a wife. That triggered me. I started to get up before my family got up to do something for me every single day. For me, that's working out. I do Pilates 3 times a week. I ride my Peloton twice a week. On the weekends, I take a break, but I still get up earlier than them to make time for myself. This was a huge lifestyle shift for me because I like to sleep. The more I do it, the more I see how my mental health has been positively affected. The type of music you're listening to, the type of people you're hanging around, everything that you consume is directly connected to your mental health. If you want to fix your mental health, you have to change the way you react. Not every situation is your situation, and it doesn't require your energy. When you start to prioritize what things deserve a reaction from you and what things don't, this will drastically change your mental health overall. If you want to fix your mental health, you have to fix your relationships, friendships, who you're dating, your family members. Create boundaries so that you are protecting your peace and your mental health. If you want to fix your mental health, you have to understand that therapy is equivalent to a grooming necessity. It's not something that you just do when you're in crisis. The clients that I see do the best work are the ones who I've seen for months, years, consistently. They understand that their mental health is a priority, and in order to be the best version of themselves and keep growing, they have to factor in therapy. Fixing your mental health doesn't have to be a daunting task. The first thing I would say is shift your mindset to understanding that this is going to be long-term work. Ultimately, if you want to fix your mental health and you're committed to doing the work, then you will. The first step is identifying the need. You've done the hard work. You understand that you have a need for therapy and you want to fix your mental health. The therapist will do the rest. It's you versus you, girl. Let me know who wins. And if you need a therapist referral, hit me up. I can't be your therapist because I'm full, booked, and busy, but I can refer you to some great therapists.
If you're neurodivergent, y'all need to get on y'all Zoom every morning. Y'all need to get on y'all Zoom. What that mean is you need to be working out. You need to.
What is the smallest thing I can do today that will make the biggest difference in your life? And so our number one tiny habit.
Let's see some life hacks.
If you're ever at the movies and you don't want to be bothered with nobody, make sure you go ahead and spill your drink on the seat beside you. That way nobody can sit near you, right? Then go ahead and spill your drink on your seat. Then go up to the manager and say, look, my experience has not been elevated and I feel a little bit uncomfortable. My seat is wet and I like a refund. 80% of the time, they'll just go ahead and give it to you. If you ever get a flat tire, be sure to take a picture of it because this might not be the only day you have a flat tire and need to get away from work. If you ever need an iPhone charger, just walk into your local hotel, sit in the lobby for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then proceed to walk up to the front desk and be like, look, I lost my white iPhone charger. I was wondering if you could access it from your lost and found. They got a big box and probably 20 to 50 iPhone chargers, and they'll just give you one. If you're ever in the gym and want to make some extra money, just go up to your local thrift store, Goodwill, Buffalo Exchange, any store like that, and take pictures of items that you think will sell on Craigslist or Facebook Market, and then post it. And then people hit you up and be like, look, I want to buy this item. I want to buy that item. Then just go to the store that you took the picture at and then buy it and then sell it to them marked up. And if they already sold it by the time you get there, then just message back the person or the potential customer and say, yeah, it's already sold. If you ever give someone a gift card, be sure to write down the card number, expiration date, all that good stuff, because you know this operates as a Visa debit card, right? So a year later or so, check in. Make sure you put that information online like you're about to buy something and see if they actually used the card. A lot of times they didn't. They just stashed that gift card somewhere in their car or something like that, and they didn't think about it no more. And if they didn't use it, then you go ahead and use it.
Go ahead.
If you ever get married, be sure to send out wedding invitations to every single billionaire that has their address online. There's a 50-50 chance that, you know, their assistant might pick it up and be like, who is this person? We don't know them, but hey, you might send your wedding gift anyway. Now you got gifts from all these people you don't even know.
Yes.
Fellas, if you ever want to meet women, don't go to the hookah spot, don't go to the club, don't go to the library, don't go to Starbucks, go to Target. The ratio for men to women is 10-1, and yeah, they're already in there getting stuff that they don't need. So there you go. If you can't get a card, can't access it at all, can't give you credit, nobody trusts you, your credit worthiness is really, really down, go to Best Buy and get a large ticket item. Tell them you want to do the 12 to 18 month financing, and say you want to get a laptop or something. Let's say it's $1,200 or $1,400, whatever. Be like, yeah, I want to do the 18 months financing. They're going to be like, okay. And then they're going to give you a Visa card. They're going to put it all on this Best Buy Visa card. And then a couple days later, you come back and return the laptop. But, you know, they don't take back the credit card. If you're ever in a jam and don't want to spend more than $12, just call up your local Papa John's and be like, look, I have a coupon. I buy one 3-topping pizza for $9.99, and I get another one for equal or lesser value for free. For carry out. Then you go up to the Papa John's and they're going to be like, all right, your total is whatever. Then pay for it and then walk out with free pizza.
Parents never teached us how to check.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
If you're ever at the movies and you don't want to be bothered with $9, I get another one for equal or lesser value for free. For carry out. Then you go up to the Papa John's and they're going to be like, all right, your total is whatever. Then pay for it and then walk out with free pizza.
Parents never teached us how to check.
Let me see.
Teachers failed to teach this sync trick. Failed to teach.
What was this? What was the first thing? I don't get it.
Teachers failed to teach this sync trick. School never teached us to check hotel mirror.
What are we looking at here?
Never sleep in Airbnb without checking. Electrician teached me this trick.
This is just a stupid video.
Never stay at an Airbnb with these inside.
Yeah, this is just a stupid video. I'm sorry.
You
y'all.
definitely didn't know that. If you take an old deodorant container, clean and wash it, heat coconut oil, add baking soda, add your favorite essential oil scent.
Somebody said they tried it and ended up in the hospital.
Pour all this into a container. And leave in the refrigerator for 3 hours. Then you will get a natural deodorant. Enjoy!
Somebody said the container wasn't old, it was in fact brand new. Yeah, hold on, there's still no there's still no antiperspirant in it. Why she say old if it was a new one, or just buy a new one? How does it work though? Not for long if you have a sensitive skin. Not to add too much baking soda. Add an arrowroot powder and a few drops of lime or lemon actually makes it last longer. It is a good idea though. Instead of going and buying deodorant again and again and again and again and again, you can just kind of make your own using the
I have a life hack that's gonna blow your mind. Well, it blew my mind. My mom taught me this a couple days ago. Moms know everything. So I just bought all these tumbler cups and I was gonna stick them in the dishwasher. But each one has like a tag for the barcode under it, and they're actually pretty hard to get off. Or are they? Anything with like a sticker tag, stop peeling it off. Grab some tape, get a piece, maybe this big. Take your piece and stick half of it onto the tag and rub it so it's really on there. Make sure to leave a little bit of a tail, then you wax it off.
Oh, give it here, baby. I got a bunch of that
Then you
tape.
can peel it off and do it all
Scotch
over
tape
again.
right here. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of that Scotch tape. I want to try that with
Brilliant.
something right now.
Life hack 101. Pay attention. Pay attention to the life. You're going to get a pad and you're going to get your favorite bottle of cologne, perfume, whatever it is that you wear. Pay attention because I'm not wasting no more pads. I'm making this video one time because I'm not wasting all my pads. And this is it. But let me show you what you're going to do. You're going to take the pad and you're going to open it up. So this is me opening up the pad. And I'm going to show you this life hack now. And you're going to remove this little paper. But you're going to remove this. You're going to remove it. You're going to spread the wings open like that. And you're going to take your favorite bottle of cologne or perfume, right? And you're going to take that top off. And you're going to spray it about a good 2 or 3 times like that. Because you know pads absorb. We know that. They absorb. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take the back of the paper off. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to be fresh, right? This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this pad. And we're going to put this pad in our closet. You see it? See how easy it sticks to the wall? And you keep your closet closed, and your clothes
People
are gonna
playing-
automatically smell like your favorite cologne or favorite perfume.
People playing
The thing
tricks on
is, though, you want to make sure that you spraying the pad at least once a day, and you switch the pad out at least once a week. But that's the hack.
I thought she was about to do something completely different with that. Go ahead and hang your pictures up differently now. Oh yeah. Yep. I got some stickers I need to pull off right now. Oh, blow dryer. Yep. Thank y'all. Okay. I got some stickers I need. What the WD-40 for real? Yes, I'm going outside to try some of this. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We gonna save this whole video and follow and comment. My IQ just went up 100 points. Let's go. Word up. Cutting aluminum foil, sharpen scissors. Wow. There you go. Yep, we can open that thing right up there. Exactly. Bling. Bling, 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 bling. Perfect. Perfect. That's right. Your little wire, string that up, put that on the back of there, hang that thing up through the wire. Back down to the wire, to the wire, to the limit, to the wire. Just gotta make sure it can hold the weight. Oh yeah, I seen this one. He said grandma taught me this.
Hey, where's this go?
Let's go in the garage.
Hey. Hey, where should I put this?
The garage.
Hey, where should I put this?
The garage.
I didn't get that last
Hey,
one.
the life hack that you randomly saw one day that is now an unconscious.
That putting Kool-Aid in my toilets will save me money. Come here. I literally just learned this not too long ago on the internet because the internet has taught me more than school will ever teach me at this point, right? So basically, you guys know how every single toilet has like a back compartment. Literally, that looks just like that. Kool-Aid into the water that's under that compartment. Put the Kool-Aid into that water a couple of hours. Then go back to your toilet. So close right now. That means that you have a leak in your toilet, and that's why your water bill is so high. Then go back to your toilet, put the Kool-Aid into that water. After you put the Kool-Aid in that water, all you have to do is wait a couple of hours. Then go back to your toilet and lift the toilet seat up. If the water is the same color as the Kool-Aid that you put into it, get so close right now. That means that you have a leak in your toilet, and that's why your water bill is so high, right? Get the leak fixed. It'll save you that much money. It's hard for me to explain that to the plumber, but it does work.
Life hacks I'd wish I'd done sooner. Use a plastic knife to cut sheet cakes and brownies for a crisp, clean cut. No jagged edges. Use a mini razor for those annoying pills that you can get on your clothes. Make sure it's sharp and then just shave it carefully. This works so much better than those electric fuzz removers. Makes your clothes look brand new. Store your celery and your carrots in foil in the refrigerator and they will last 10 times longer, sometimes up to 4 weeks. When you're at the end of your Clorox wipes bottle, but you still have a lot of liquid left over, just shove a couple paper towels in there, give it a good shake, and use up the rest of that liquid, because those things are expensive. Use a dryer sheet to get rid of fingerprints on all your stainless steel appliances. Helps to repel fingerprints too. If you have rust, use a little ball of foil and give it a good scrape. The rust will come right off. This works great on knives too. Good as new. How to tell if your egg is bad or not. Just do the float test. Add some water to a cup and then put your egg in there. If it sinks, it's still good. If it floats, throw it away. Still good. I'm Steph Gelati. Follow me for more tips and tricks.
So I got locked out of my house and I found this roll of duct tape just laying around in the backseat of my car. So what I'm gonna do, I learned this trick from my husband actually. He does this all the time because he gets locked out. So I'm just gonna make, see, it's locked, right? However, it's duct tape, watch. I'm gonna connect it all the way to my little lock right here. Do you see that? I'm tucking it in right there, cutting the piece just like that. This happens in an instant. It's super fast, so just watch carefully. Boom, just like that. You really want to connect it here. Just to make it a little bit more secure. I'm gonna wrap this tape over here. Right.
Just to try to get you to do something stupid.
Perfect. Let's do one more and then.
Or just watch their video.
This door is not budging. Come close, come close. This door is completely locked. I cannot move the handle whatsoever. So what I did is I tied the duct tape all along just so I can get to the top right here.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Everything Mother Earth says. Drop it on my car.
My dear mother shared with me some practical life hacks. 1. Stack the slices of meat in order crosswise to each other, cover them with paper towels, and then bake them in the microwave. You will get a delicious bacon. 2. Cut off the ends of a kiwi, then insert a spoon into the kiwi and turn it around to remove the pulp perfectly. 3. Add a slice of lemon when boiling eggs. It will be very easy to remove the shell when peeling the eggs. 4. Put ice when boiling epically. 3. Add a slice of lemon when boiling eggs. It will be very easy to remove the shell when peeling the eggs. 4. Put ice cubes in a spoon, and you'll be able to suck out the excess grease from the pan. 5. Using a spatula, cubes in a spoon, and you'll be 4. Put ice cubes in a spoon, and you'll be able to suck out the excess grease from the pan. 5. Using a spatula, you can quickly shred the cabbage. 6. Cover the brown sugar cubes with the cabbage. Using a spatula, you can quickly shred the cabbage. 6. Cover the brown sugar cubes with a piece of paper towel, then spray some water on them and put them inside the microwave for 20 seconds for the brown sugar to become fluffy. 7. Put the small conch in white vinegar and soak for 24 hours. The small conch will become transparent. 8. Add your favorite pigment into the sand and spray it with waterproof spray so that the sand will not dissolve in water. 9. The key is broken in the lock hole. Bake a plastic stick and stick it on the lock hole. Then you can take out the key. 10. Remove the leaves of the onion. Find a box with eggs. Put the onion root in and water. Never have to spend money on onions. Have you learned these smart practical? Put the leaves of the onion. Find key and stick broken in the lock hole. Bake a plastic stick and stick it on the lock hole. Then you can take out the key. 10. Remove the leaves of the onion. Find a box with eggs. Put the onion root in and water. Never have to spend money on onions. Have you learned these smart, practical life hacks?
Yes.
This ain't what you want. Project X ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 16 minute block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body on ya.
Here's some oddly specific life hacks you wish you knew sooner.
Peel garlic even faster by popping it in the microwave for 15 to 20 seconds. It will peel right off. Ooh, keep a damp paper towel underneath your cutting board to prevent it from sliding while you're using it. Speaking of that damp paper towel, wrap the damp paper towel around a glass bottle, pop it in the freezer, and this will cool it really fast. Leave it in there for 10 minutes. Wrap your cheese in parchment paper to make it last longer. Blend water and soap together after making a smoothie. This is the fastest way to clean it. Line your ironing board with aluminum foil. This will iron both sides of your garment at once. Speaking of ironing, you can use your hair iron to straighten your collar. Place a wooden spoon across a boiling pot of water to prevent it from boiling over.
Don't throw away leftover Coke. It has these hidden uses. 1. Got gum stuck in your hair? Don't worry. First, pour Coke into a bowl. Soak the hair in it for 2 minutes. The gum will come off easily. 2. Mix Coke with dish soap. Shake well and spray on kitchen grease. Wipe gently and it will be spotless. 2. Soak the hair in it for 2 minutes. The gum will come off easily. 2. Mix Coke with dish soap. Shake well and spray on kitchen grease. Wipe gently and it will be spotless. 3. Mix Coke with laundry detergent. Removes black mold and mildew. 4. Mix Coke with egg white.
Never.
Don't throw away leftover Coke. It has these hidden uses. 1. Got gum stuck in your hair? Don't worry. First, pour Coke into a bowl. Soak the hair in it for 2 minutes. The gum will come off easily. 2. Mix Coke with dish soap. Shake well and spray on kitchen grease. Wipe gently and it will be spotless. 3. Mix Coke with laundry detergent. Removes black mold and mildew. 4. Mix Coke with egg whites. Restores stainless steel to its original shine. 5. Mix white vinegar with Coke and put it in a spray bottle. Spray on glass for a clean, bright finish. 6. Mix Coke with laundry powder and shake well. Spray on toilet stains. Odor and stains will disappear instantly. 7. Got rusty keys? Just put them in a bowl. Add Coke and white vinegar and soak overnight. The keys will be clean as new. 8. Mix laundry powder with Coke for clean laundry that doesn't fade. 9. If your frying pan is burnt and hard to clean, pour some Coke in it. Bring it to a boil. Rinse and it will be clean. 10. If your kitchen exhaust fan is very greasy, the oil collector will have a thick layer of grease that's hard to clean. Here's a trick. Pour salt, baking soda, dish soap, and expired Coke into the oil collector. Wait 10 minutes, then rinse with hot water. Follow me for more life hacks.
Never forget to do this before moving away.